Thing.
Talk to me about this game. It is a 12-minute match, and your Abathur's name's Kush. So talk to me about all this.
It's rough. So this is our NGS team. You may recognize some familiar faces on here. I didn't remember this being a 12-minute game when I submitted it, but basically the idea is Dehaka. I play offlane for the team, and Dehaka I think is one of my weaker heroes on it. And I'd like to learn it, and like to get good at the global aspect of it.
Okay.
Just looking at more information on how to play the lane, when to use my global, how to approach team fights, and also like a short look at like team fights, because our team we're feeling like we're having trouble with people diving us and people getting into our back line, and basically how to handle that situation.
Okay. Just 1 second here. Zifros, thank you for the sub and welcome to the team. You guys, seriously, I cannot thank you enough for all of the support. It's absolutely amazing. The Dan at Large, again, 5-month resub. Tangerine, Azariel, Merod, all of you guys, love you to death. Thank you so much. Okay, so we will cover all of those things in this replay. Right out of the gates, you're either into the off lane or you are mid if you guys are looking for a little bit of a skirmish, and it looks like that is the case. Sorry?
Also, towards the end, I int a little bit, so just yeah, that's gonna happen.
Okay. In general, you'll want to switch up the positioning of yourself and your main tank depending on where bushes are, because right now you can be playing the bottom side angle and getting the movement speed out of the bush. So that's just something to think. Like, it could be Diablo here using his W and you in here, because then you get the extra move speed. Like this should be the opposite. But, no, I mean, you guys aren't trying to get anything, so you already have your Genji in the off lane. And if you're willing to do that, you should just basically immediately be into the side lane here. Took a bit of damage, but... Okay, so he's gonna go here right now. Diablo's dead. Taranda's here. So you're got yourselves in a couple odd situations right out of the gates. One, the fact that you're global. Give me a second, Azariel. We're getting to it, buddy. Don't worry. We're gonna talk about it right now. So if you look at the map, you have the tribute spawning topside. You have, they have a global as well, but you have like a body global that does way more than an Abathur during the early game. What you guys want to do, as soon as you see this, you have to change up your laning assignment. It should be Genji or Hanzo top, one person soaking mid. It honestly doesn't matter because it's not like you guys are going to really find picks during the early game. The early game is just so fast on this map. And then you want one person grabbing your siege camp. But the big thing is having you bottom side. Much more important. Okay. Because then you're able to push with this siege camp. And if you guys get it out really early and they respond to it, you can also do the same thing with the bruiser camp. But your guys' comp might be a little bit more difficult doing that, but you should definitely be on the bottom side of the map.
Right. I mean, I'm tempted to play the shot caller because he did call that, but I should know better. So
I'm gonna back up because we have a lot of time here, so let's have a look. Okay. A viable strategy, if you want to just be hyper safe about it, is staying everyone mid like this. Your Genji should also be here, and you wait until the 30-second mark, which is when this first tribute spawns. And then if you're worried about getting to a side lane and somebody is already pushing, like hypothetically speaking, let's say that Sonya like aggro queues what she's doing, you're worried about missing minions and you don't want to walk up, you can TP up and it'll be up in time for the objective to spawn. Okay. So you can run that play as well, but here you wouldn't actually be TPing top. It'd be Genji, D'ing over the wall and Eing up here and then catching the soak and you TPing bottom. Or you could have just walked bottom. But the whole point on this map is just, if you're that global, You wait for that 30-second mark, and you have a look at the map. Same is true for Dehaka and Alterac, for example, as Ryokai just said in chat. It's very, very true. Because, yeah, you find out where this tribute is spawning at the 30-second mark, and you can really do a lot more with your global at this point. So it should be bottom side that you're heading to. And I hope that all makes sense. Actually, of course it makes sense. I just realized I explained it super well. Sometimes I do that to myself. I'll like explain something I think very thoroughly, and then I'll be like, I hope that makes sense. And then to me, that's like me insulting you, and I don't mean to come off that way.
I just remembered I'm a genius.
Good meme. This is going to be super tough for you. Especially with these hats coming through. Wait, you brought me food, Dan? Oh my gosh, I have roommate of the year right now. Thank you, buddy. I love you. Thank you. Holy mackerel. Wow, I have food, and I'm going to eat the living heck out of this in 12 minutes. This is basically the situation right here. You're not going to be able to do too much. Basically just have to play on your wall, because any trades he's just going to get healed up, and then you're going to be wasting your essence, which you can use at some point. But yeah, honestly, hanging on to it is probably your better choice. Yeah, so where are you at? Okay, it's not so bad. Not being bottom side is really hurting you guys, though. Ouch. Oh man, I want to eat this so bad. I can eat a little bit of the rice right now.
I'm so sorry.
No, that was good.
Right here, I'm trying to bait her up because they rotated.
He could freeze wave and get double globe. I don't know if he does against a Sonya, man. I feel like Sonya just hurts him super badly, and had already used essence at that point. I think it's better to just let it push in, given this context. But even so, like, you guys just aren't playing with the Dehaka right. Like, the objective is spawning right now, and always, always, always with the global and the objective spawning, you want to be one of mid or bottom, or like one of a lane further away. What are you doing, Abathur? Can you burrow spear on reaction? Yep. Ah, it's unfortunate. You still get it cleared. EU Abathur. Oh, yeah, this is the EU Abathur strat. Uh-oh. Does he? Sorry, I gotta... Okay. My man's used W on nothing. Gets the autos. This is a good debate right here. You gotta E, though. That's an instant kill. It's okay. Yeah, so your guys' biggest problem so far has been your setup with Dehaka. You end up going bottom. You're getting the unlucky end of the stick here, always having to fight into the target that has the Abathur hat.
Yeah, they're scared of me, I'm sure that's the reason.
And this is good, and with the objective spawning like this, yeah, exactly, just push out as hard as you can. Can even rotate into the mid lane once you push this out and start sitting there. But bottom is also just perfectly fine. Now that you guys have level 7 Hanzo as well, you should be looking to get any objective possible. Like any camp, I mean. So they're showing up here, so just push hard, look for a dig. This is a tongue onto Phoenix. Just focusing on their tank though, but I definitely think you guys should just kill Phoenix right here. So this is a good dig, and you come out of the bush. Like if you just walk right at this guy and tongue him right here, you pull him back here. Diablo can wall charge, and then you can get a turn on to stun on top of it. The other option in this specific area, this is where you really love to dig. You wait for them to commit onto this point and you dig onto the back, and it's so insane. But like your dig was fine because Phoenix positioned super poorly, but in general you should be digging here.
Okay. Because
it super messes them up. Like could you like imagine if you're just sitting back here with your W going? But that definitely should have been a kill onto Phoenix or Ana.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that I'm sort of struggling with. Like, in that instance, like, I think people are saying like, oh, Arthas is getting back here, so I feel like I have to go help out backline instead of getting into their backline.
Yeah. Arthas will never kill a Tyrande by himself. She's just going to kite him all day. And then just heal herself infinitely. So if it's just like, if we look at this again, if it's just this Arthas, like like he's never going to get this kill. She's literally just going to infinitely heal herself. Look at this. Like you land the stun, but even if you didn't and this just continued chasing, she's just going to continue to kite back.
Okay.
This is a little bit more scary. More. Ah, so close. You should use your essence. Should have used it much earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, because you guys get one takedown. There. As soon as that happens, you got to pop it.
Yeah.
Have it running. And remember to auto attack a little bit earlier. Oh my gosh, that's so unfortunate. Auto attack a little bit earlier too, and you can get your Q back up faster.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys should be looking to do boss right now or your hard camp, one of the two. With the objective neutralized, yeah, do you guys get anything? You get siege camp. Could have gotten at least your bruiser camp out. You're safely soaking bottom. It's not like they're going to take anything too crazy. You guys could have got bruiser camp out easily. Because Hanzo's got never outmatched. You guys have to take way more advantage of this. Honestly, Hanzo hasn't even hit any camps really at this point. Just remember how good Hanzo is on this map because how fast he can take these camps. Okay, your TP is coming in. Again, like if you guys are looking to get aggro, you should be TPing over here. This is still pre-10 and you guys should be looking to get aggro. Having you on the backside of this fight is so much more important than you just peeling this Arthas.
Okay.
Right here, this is a good bush. You want to force your opponents into thinking, holy crap, there's a Dehaka on our backline. We have to peel back and basically peel the Dehaka because their Ana isn't going to be able to do anything about you. Like, nothing. If you TP right here, Your W is ticking away at this Phoenix's shield. You can get drags onto these guys, and it forces their backline back over here, which gives your whole team a wealth of room to operate in. You have your burrow up, you've got essence. If they turn on you, you pop your essence and you burrow, and your team counter engages. Like, that's how you want to be playing. Make them scream, haka, haka, haka. There you go.
I feel like I get focused down and I get out-traded in fights when that happens.
Yep.
When I try to get too aggro.
Then you can look at the situation and analyze it further and be like, did your team not follow up properly? Because that can be the other question that gets asked. But that is the way that you're supposed to be playing.
Okay. Sometimes just knowing that helps me out.
Yep. Okay, you pop the essence again here. Run. Yeah, honestly, like, yeah, you guys end up losing that because of the level 10. But that was it. You guys had a really good opportunity here, and Hanzo would have got infinite value with W stack or W's in this corridor. But this is where you needed a TP.
Okay.
No, this is a scrim.
No, it's Team League.
Oh, okay, it is Team League. Never mind.
But it's the NGS team. So.
Yes. Okay.
When I say Plat, but that's more of an average of all our MMRs.
Okay. Just about level 10 here. Gonna eat a carrot. I think you guys should absolutely be up here. Okay. Kush, get out, buddy. Kush didn't get out. Yeah, you guys shouldn't all, like, this is a weird setup. It seems like you guys are falling apart when you start to lose, but you're 2 out of 3. You have every heroic up. You guys should be looking to stay topside, even though this isn't a pretty good spot for them. It's still a fight that you can take. So, like, a couple things. Right off that fight, like, yeah, you guys should have positioned topside. You could have grabbed your bruisers while you waited for the tribute to spawn and then stay topside. Keep Dehaka bottom. He's the only one who needs to de-push this boss. It's an 8-minute boss. It's not taking anything more than the wall, no matter what. So keep the Dehaka bottom side, look to TP up, and fight up here.
Okay.
Yeah, remember this is a group environment, so it's not just on Hanzo for taking camps. It's like a full team. Damn. This Abathur's chain feeding.
Yeah, he just walked into a bush I was hiding in.
Yeah, kind of looks like his Ariel on Zool. Okay. Again, I think the TP is just... you guys are level 12, though. This is a different situation.
Okay.
This is tough. Yeah, like, this is... I see this is the end of the game. Because they kill you guys because they have 13 advantage. They have a camp running and a camp running. And then they just get cursed and end the game. So I see that's what they do. You guys are just put into an awful situation based on your own decisions. But if you're looking to make this fight happen, this is where the digs have to be. One of 2 places.
Okay.
You can't dig back here because you're just going to walk out from here, get the move speed, and guess what they're going to do? Literally just walk back. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, Dehaka's already over here. Like there's, you know, and then they'll throw their damage over here. You'll get chunked out. There's just no way of... There's no way of making this happen if you dig here. It has to be an aggro dig, and your team needs to be aware of it. And you got to be like, I'm digging on the backside, like, go engage. They hear the dig noise, all of a sudden Diablo's charging in, like ripping the APOC, the arrow's coming through, and they're freaking out. That's what you have to do.
Okay.
But see now what happens? You dig, and you're just kind of chilling and hoping something's going to happen, and all they're going to do is just sit back here and wait, push you up. They have the healing from Abathur as well. They can just clone and run it in with Sonya back here. Where did your ult go? I didn't even see it go out.
Remember. Crap.
Holy, the nano boost. Yeah, I didn't see it. I think the ISO either missed or didn't hit the right target.
I think I remember whiffing.
He missed it when Sonya landed spear. Okay, yeah, I didn't see it. Ah, right there. That is unfortunate. And just in general, like, okay, so the Sonya should be able to die if you guys just have some synergy here. So you're waiting, your tongue misses because you and Mr. Matt kind of overlap your CC to interrupt her spin. But you guys should be comboing them so that she never gets spins.
Yeah, that's something that's one moment we did talk about after the game.
But I hope this is something that you all can learn a lot from, because your whole setup with Dehaka is just improper, and it's as simple as implementing the process for fixing. Which I went over at the level 1. Yeah, as I was saying, charge into flip into tongue works, or you can just charge wall stun. If you get a wall stun, you can follow it up from there. Yeah, there's a number of things you can do. Sometimes you do want to hang on to the E if he's Feast on Fear, but yeah, that's the general rule of thumb, and they just run it in. Yeah, this is terrifying. The whole landscape of this game is changed by your guys' level 1, so just keep that in mind. If your whole team is in this replay, like, definitely show the shot caller, especially because that's one that I just don't think a lot of people pay much attention to, kind of just waiting with the global to see where this tribute spawns and then playing accordingly.
Right. I mean, that's helpful alone, just knowing the attitude I need to have in playing Dehaka. Because it changed, knowing that changed my Blaze game, it changed my Urel game, so
yeah,
I really appreciate that.
Of course. And then the other thing is just getting more aggressive with your digs. So when the fight is over here, you're digging onto the back line. When the fight is breaking out over here, you're digging over here. And then the last one, when the fight is here, you're digging here. And every single one of these situations, you dug in the safe space. Here, here, and here. So just watch out for that. You want to be able to get aggro. You want to be able to use your essence, burrow when they turn on to you, have your team re-engage, and just play that style of Dehaka.
Cool.
Yeah. Any specific questions? This was a fast game.
Yeah. No. This was. I was just excited to do community coaching. Really.
Awesome.
I think how do I need other than digging into the back line, how do I need to approach like team fights if I don't have that tool available? And who should what should my priority be for isolation?
In this game, like, if you're able to ISO, like, Sonya was a good target. You just unfortunately missed it because she speared at the same time. If you ISO Phoenix, he's also dead. Your whole job is just to be an ass, like, just be super annoying to the backline. A lot of the times, if you're finding yourself pushing into a fight through the front line, you're doing it wrong. You want to operate on the backline. You want to exist on the backline, and that's where you want to force their front line to deal with you. Does that make sense? It's like, you know, when you're Murd and you jump onto their backline and you're landing Stormbolts onto their Ana and they turn around and go onto you. That's literally what you want to do, but your Dwarf Toss is now a Burrow or a Brush Stalker. Like that's how you want to play. You want to exist on the backline, interrupt. Basically here, your Qs can be going on to Phoenix or Sonya. Sonya, she doesn't get to spin. Phoenix, he doesn't get to warp. Ana, sure, that sucks. But like, Ana is not even the biggest. If you land a drag onto Ana, she gets one shot by a Genji. That's another story entirely. It really depends. Like in this specific situation, landing a Q onto any of these targets is good. Onto Arthas, not good. You do not want to Q Arthas. There's literally like nothing that you can do off of that. But if you land a Q onto Ana, when you dig in, like that's a free E for Genji. You know, if you land a Q onto Sonya and then like Diablo maybe Qs after and wall stuns, like she's not able to spin through all of that time. Yeah, just that's basically what you want to do with Dehaka is just disrupt 24/7.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you very much for submitting this one. Really appreciate it. And I look forward to doing another community coaching session with you in the future.
Yeah. All right. I hope I get in.
Excellent. Okay. I'll talk to you later.